sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. Where did we go wrong?
This is In the Know for Thursday, June 18, the 170th day of 2020. There are 196 days left in the year. Good morning, MB. Guiding you through In the Know at K105. On Litchfield's Country Station, 103.9 The Moose, live online at K105.com, via the Apple and Android smartphone app using the SoundCloud or iTunes podcast. We're on Facebook Watch, on YouTube Live, on Periscope, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. We will have a visit from Litchfield City Councilman Billy Dallas. We'll talk about Election Day coming up, and we'll have today's water cooler question. It will be your chance to win. We have that and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beej. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Summer begins this Saturday. Summer begins on Saturday. Is fall still your favorite season?
Always.
Okay, depending upon your age, sometimes dictates what your favorite season is. For instance, over half of 18 to 34-year-olds say that summer is their favorite season, but only 20% of people who are 55 and over. So the older you get, the more likely it is that you like seasons later in the year.
But I've always loved fall.
Yep, just because you like the colors. And
I do.
The month of September is getting to be one of my favorite months. I don't know why. It's not summer. It's not fall. It's just kind of a tweener.
Nice.
I kind of like September. It's nice. She's the pride of Pumpkin Center, the heiress to the great mini burger fortune. She's Vera Wang's arch nemesis and the professional bargain hunter's woman of the year. She's Misty Embry Thomas. Hey. How's Misty?
I'm great. How are you?
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Yep. Cleaning out the pantry.
Oh, what'd you find in
All the Aunt Jemima's got to go.
there? Yep.
All the Mrs. Butterworth's got to go.
Yep.
All the Uncle Ben's got to go.
Yeah.
And all the cream of wheat has got to go, apparently.
Anything left?
Oh, yeah. Trust me. There's
You
plenty.
should see the stack.
I did
There's
find
plenty left.
a spice seasoning mix with the 2011 expiration date in my drawer the other day, and I thought, I think I'll just keep it for fun.
Might as well. So I guess how far are we going to go with this changing of products? After 130 years, Aunt Jemima is getting a new logo and a new name. That's come out in the last 24 hours. By the way, Aunt Jemima was based on a real person. A real lady from long ago who she was based upon. Now, and they have changed the picture, by the way, 6 times. Granted, the first one, the one they had for a long time, or the one that was similar to the others, does kind of look very antebellum in nature, but they modernized the Aunt Jemima picture just in the last few years. But now they are making the changes. They are saying that no longer going to be Aunt Jemima. Mrs. Butterworth is likely, that's being studied. ConAgra owns them, but Uncle Ben's. But the cream of wheat box has an African American person and a Caucasian American person on there. So I don't.
So I've not read a lot about this, so I'm just going to ask some very knee-jerk reaction questions. Is there conversation that it offends African American people that there are African American people representing these companies on these boxes, or are these companies having a knee-jerk reaction to the riots and afraid they're going to be pushback, so they're trying to get in front of it?
This is the to what end question that I always ask. How far are we willing to pull this raveling to see where it goes? Are Italian Americans, do they not like Chef Boyardee?
Well,
Do they? I mean, really, what?
Have we asked the African American community? Would you rather? Because I feel like you would want people represented in these big name brands like Nike and Michael Jordan. You know, like what's the difference between? So I get the evolution, and I understand.
Yep.
Us changing, but the present one is just this beautiful African American woman that I feel like, as a woman, I would want more of that representation, especially if I was a woman of color. But like I said, I've also not read the articles into if there are articles, if there is pushback, and what the case being pled is.
Yeah, I'll tell you that as growing up in a very culturally undiverse community that we did, when television, movies, and the store were, those were our exposures to the world. So I will tell you that I never once saw any of those products at the store when I was a child and thought that they were insensitive or that they were trying to make fun or
Right.
in ways I thought, there's Aunt Jemima. Like, that would be great to be Aunt Jemima.
It was an association for me of quality and quality
Me
products.
too.
Kinda what I thought.
loved
Yeah.
the products, and
so good.
Yeah, and then there is this family heritage behind its origin, and that's what I've always understood to be. But like I said, I've not read the articles. If there is a pushback, or if these companies are just having a knee-jerk reaction.
I lack full perspective.
Me too.
All I have is my perspective, and my perspective is one that says I held those images in higher regard and higher respect because I thought, well, Uncle Ben knows his rice.
Yeah,
If
Right.
anybody knows rice, it's Uncle Ben.
right. There was
So I
a
just-
level of understanding education.
but-
I would just want us to be careful not to completely remove all African American symbols right now, or faces, because we're having knee-jerk reactions, and end up swinging the pendulum too far the other way, that it hurts the culture.
Temperatures rise into the middle 80s this afternoon under partly cloudy skies. An area of low pressure to our east will move westward and allow for some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, mainly along and east of I-65. Isolated showers and thunderstorms come to an end this evening. Scattered thunderstorms, 40%, 87 today. Partly cloudy, 67 tonight. Partly cloudy and 90 tomorrow. 90 degrees for your Friday afternoon. Humid on Saturday, and then maybe by Sunday evening, things might be a little more pleasant. At his coronavirus briefing yesterday, Governor Beshear reported 170 new cases of the virus were confirmed in Kentucky over the previous 24 hours. That brings the state's total to 12,995. He also announced 6 new deaths yesterday, raising the state's death toll to 518. Did you see the photo or the video of the winding line of unemployment people on the Capitol yesterday? Is unbelievable picture, unbelievable videography, seeing this line snake back and forth. For the second day in a row, hundreds of people who have unresolved issues with their unemployment stood in line for hours at the state Capitol campus in hopes of having their claims adjudicated. Listen to these numbers. The 3-month total for people filing unemployment, 892,355. 52,684 still haven't received benefits. 90 days into this, 52,000 Kentuckians are still without their first unemployment check. And that
Wow.
that can be damaging, over a 3-month period. After 25 COVID-19 cases diagnosed at the Grayson County Detention Center since May 13th, only 2 remain active. That's good news, according to Grayson County Jailer Jason Woosley. You can read about that story at K105.com as well. So maybe things seem to be under control. For some election day people who are worried about their suspense and having a suspenseful election evening on Tuesday, it sounds like your suspense is going to be delayed even longer. In fact, about another week is what you can look for. Secretary of State Michael Adams is giving some guidance to county clerks on how to handle the election results. That election day is technically Tuesday, but any ballot that's absentee, postmarked on the 23rd, gets counted. And so I'll just tell you, it has really been putting us in a pickle on how to effectively relay election results to our audiences,
Right.
and to have the right amount of resources dedicated to covering it, being timely, being sensitive to this modified way of doing the results for the clerk. And so we've been kind of like, how do we do this, and how do we do it correctly, and how do we do it at a level that we would be proud of? And so through a conversation with Clerk Charlotte Willis, she finally just told us this morning that she's going the way of the recommendation of many and what a lot of clerks are doing, and they won't be releasing any results until the 30th of June. So that to properly process all of those, count those, and release them all at one time. There are no precinct by precinct results now. It's either in person or it's absentee.
Right.
So two numbers. There's not your traditional, okay, well, here comes North Litchfield type of thing. So it really will be more in the way of a news release now on the 30th of June, the same date that those results have to be certified to the Secretary of State's office in Frankfurt.
Right.
So
I mean, we could
I told her, I
just-
said, not that you care, but I agree with your decision.
Yeah.
It makes everyone's life easier.
We could just have Ken Howlett spend the night up there until the last result comes
For
in.
7
Oh,
days
bless
and 7
him.
nights?
Yeah,
That's
just-
not a bad idea. For if you're working the polls in Kentucky, I guess a limited number of poll workers this year, but PPE will be available for voters and poll workers on Election Day. Governor Beshear announced yesterday his administration is supplying PPE to keep voters and poll workers safe during the primary election on Tuesday. I guess that's good. Continuing to follow some of these races that are on the ballot, the Kentucky GOP brawl between Thomas Massey and Todd McMurtry is getting some attention, in particular in northern Kentucky. This race currently is coming down to it doesn't impact us in our area. I mean, unless you're tuned in from northern Kentucky. But this race comes down to, the old Misty, because you have siblings. Mom loves me more.
Yeah, no, we know who Mom's favorite is. I don't know what that's like.
Okay, so right.
But she knows who she is, and she tells
I'm
it
an
a couple
only,
times.
so
yeah.
Right.
there's no choice.
But this
Yeah.
is Trump loves me more. This is what
Yeah,
this
yeah,
race
yeah,
has come
yeah.
down to.
Yeah.
Trump loves me more. McMurtry 4 years ago was dogging. He was what they're being labeled as a never Trumper, someone who he's terrible. He's this. I hope the military stages a coup. Blah blah blah. Then in March, Massey got Twitter lashed by POTUS, calling him a disaster for America, and he was a third-rate grandstander that was no good for the state of Kentucky, which Massey said, well, at least I'm second rate. I mean, that's better than being third rate, of course. So it's just, it's kind of turned ugly. McMurtry is famous for representing those kids from Covington Catholic that ended up getting a settlement over the kind of the way they were treated. And, Massey's deal is just to vote against stuff that he went on to say, if we're going to pass a $2 trillion spending bill, shouldn't we come to work? Shouldn't we come to work to pass a $2 trillion spending? So he's more of a fiscal hawk. He's right of Rand Paul. I mean, if you can get right of Rand Paul,
Is there room to the right of Rand Paul?
just a little bitty.
It's only because he's had the Rona and he's leaning a little. He can't stand up straight. Is there a crack?
Maybe he's got a crooked spine. Preliminary autopsy report for Carol Barr, the wife of Congressman Andy Barr. Certain Andrea I can't remember her full name. She heart condition. It's a preliminary autopsy report. Suffered some type of heart condition and passed away on Tuesday evening. Still very, very sad.
How old?
To hear
39
years of age.
39.
Two small
Wow.
girls.
Yeah, I forgot you were away for a couple of days, so you didn't hear that
that's
story
sad.
earlier. Very
awful.
sad. Governor Beshear is attempting to reverse a Bevin decision to dismantle Connect in a new campaign he's calling Daddy Rides Again. Gonna bring back Connect, the signature healthcare insurance exchange that Steve Beshear implemented and that Governor Bevin dismantled. And
How are we funding it?
Andy,
Who knows?
be
right?
careful. Be careful, because here's one thing I'd like you to remember, Andy. You didn't get elected because people liked you. You got elected because people hated Bevin.
Right. Teachers
So
hated
I would
Bevin.
I would encourage you to, rather than hear your election as a mandate that we want Connect back, I think you should hear it more of a, we just need you to fill this seat while we figure out what other Republican we want that's not named Matt Bevin. So But over here is Steve Bashir. Smithers, get me Junior on the phone. I'm going to give him a pat on the back for bringing back Connect. If you really want to, if he talks about saving money, if you really want to save money in our state, open up to all of the insurance companies that want to provide coverage. Take the barriers of competition away and really let it be free enterprise and see what happens.
We can't fund teacher retirement. We can't fund unemployment, but we're gonna try Connect. Maybe it's the trifecta.
We'll be a nanny state.
You know,
Let's just be a nanny welfare state.
Things in threes typically work, right?
Hey,
Like
Misty,
a three-legged table.
if we create an environment where people have to rely upon government for everything, they'll never vote us out.
You know, but those two of those aren't. One's retirement, one is your unemployment. You know, Connect is government-funded insurance. But I'm just saying, when we look at our budget,
Well, the exchange was supposed to
not
be
looking
good.
good.
By the way, the exchange was intended to be good for everyone. But really what it turned into was a financial boondoggle that was costing the taxpayer, about to cost the taxpayer way too much money when the federal funds ran out. And so that's why it was done away with. We talk about being tone deaf in these days. I wouldn't signal your election as the green light that people think, well, yeah, let's go back and do some more of that.
I can tell you, while going through everything with my grandmother regarding my grandfather's passing, I will tell you, it is a hot mess.
insurance is a hot mess.
It is a hot mess.
Yeah.
You know, if that wasn't enough insult to injury, could we talk about Wired Kentucky for a while?
Talk about boondoggles.
It's like, we're a mess.
So the Belmont Stakes is normally the end of the Triple Crown. It's the beginning of the Triple Crown this year. It takes place this weekend. Tis the Law is the 6-5 early favorite. Drew the number 8 post position yesterday. And now I officially know one name of one horse in the Belmont.
Okay.
It's only because of this headline, Tis the Law. It's just not the same. If the Derby doesn't
Right.
kick it off. By the way, UK football moved their opener to September 3rd to avoid a potential conflict with Derby weekend. So UK football kicks off on Thursday, September 3rd this year. Terry Wilson will be back at the helm, we hope. And what else do you need to know about? Yeah, UK. I covered all the headlines. That's all the news.
You're out.
Guess I'm done for the day. No, I'm not done for the day because Billy Dallas is here, Litchfield City Council candidate, councilman and candidate, and he joins us next, coming up here on In the Know.
Let's face it, when it comes to buying new appliances and electronics, there are so many options, it can be overwhelming. At KU, we're empowering you to save by helping you choose the most efficient models out there. That's why we've launched our online marketplace. Filled with more than 10,000 options, the marketplace not only guides you to the products that save you the most energy, but also links directly to retailers who can save you the most money. Compare, shop, and save at lge-ku.com/marketplace.
Litchfield Exterminating believes it's all in the name. Centricon is #1 in baiting treatments. Termidor is #1 in liquid odorless treatments. Litchfield Exterminating is #1 in pest control. Coincidence? I don't think so. Litchfield Exterminating uses #1 products because that's what they do and how they do it. Litchfield Exterminating has served South Central Kentucky for over 30 years. Litchfield Exterminating, only a phone call away.
Call Litchfield Exterminating 259-6285.
Cormark, Kentucky Division is hiring second shift full case selectors to work in their Litchfield warehouse. If you have solid work history, can work 4 10-hour shifts, and would like an awesome benefit package with immediate paid holidays, sick paid vacation during your first year, you can make up to $15 per hour in your first 90 days. If you are able to pass a physical, drug test, and background check, go to careers.cormark.com. Cormark is the power of one, strengthened by all. An equal opportunity employer. Careers.cormark.com.
Today, your McDonald's order could be more than an order. It could be the first meal you've enjoyed back inside your favorite Mickey D's. It could be a quick bite after getting a fresh cut from a real barber. Or it could be your way of getting back to feeling like yourself again. Whatever this order is, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Get a McChicken and small fries bundle for just $2. And enjoy any soft drink in our new large insulated cup for just $1 more. Prices and participation may vary. Dining rooms are starting to reopen in certain communities.
Warning: if you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-954-9674. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-954-9674. That's 1-800-954-9674. 1-800-954-9674.
Google is bringing its Meet video calling service to the Gmail app. Users will now find a schedule of upcoming meetings and be able to start or join calls with a tap. Google continues its push to make Meet a viable alternative to Zoom, and also recently rolled out a gallery-like tile layout that makes Google Meet better suited for video conferencing. Etsy has given iOS users the ability to see what art will look like on their wall before they buy it. Users can pull up any painting, photograph, or print that's available on Etsy and project it wherever they want through augmented reality. It works on both the iPhone and iPad, and the company says it's coming soon to Android. A report says youngsters are turning to some unconventional places to get financial advice. CNBC says TikTok's algorithms are directing people to a host of unexpected topics, including finance. As of mid-June, the hashtag investing had racked up almost 3 million views on the video sharing social network. Financial topics have gained particular relevance today, even on TikTok, because of the recession caused by the pandemic. Tech Report, Larry Olson.
This music is my healing. This music is my healing. Lord knows I need some healing. 'Cause when this world upsets me, this music sets me free.
Today is International Picnic Day. It's also International Fishing Day, and it's International Sushi Day today. I don't know if Fishing Day is connected to Sushi Day in some way, but I guess you have to do one to have the other. Seems to make sense. Billy Dallas is a Litchfield City Councilman and Litchfield City Council candidate, currently appearing on ballots everywhere for the June 23rd election that is happening, I guess, on Tuesday. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. How are you guys?
I'm doing
well.
Doing well. Are you a first time in the knower?
First time in the know.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe
Well, welcome.
for as long as you've been on the council, for as long as you've been around, I can't believe this is the first time. So obviously, I
Yes,
know
I get,
you.
I get jealous all the time when Norman and Stephen Smith come out here.
I
Okay?
see. Yeah. Well,
and they-
this is your opportunity to prove you have talent. You have talent as well. For people that don't know you, who are you? How would you?
I'm Billy Dallas. Lived here all my life. Married to Cindy Dallas, which was Cindy Clemens. Got 2 kids, Austin and Caitlin. They're about grown now, so that's kind of cool. I get back to Cindy, hoping she still loves me when we get them out of the house.
She's a retired educator.
She's a
right?
retired teacher at Wilkie. Spent all her teaching career at Wilkie. I've been at Grayson County EMS as Assistant Service Director for 35 years, and Litchfield Volunteer Fireman for 37 years. Been on the council 12 years.
Has it been the firefighter for 37 years?
37.
Wow.
Long time.
37. I was a youngster.
I was
I
going
was
to
gonna
say
say,
you
you're what,
started
3?
when
Yeah,
you were
18.
4 or 5.
I was 18.
Apparently.
My dad was on it, Sonny Bill Dallas or Sonny Dallas, in which you all know, most people know my mom, Stella Dallas. She was a school nurse at the Lawler Elementary. So, like I said, brought up right.
Yep. You did not
They
live.
they guided me right. Now how I turned out, all me. So
Some of your are you an RCer? Are you a remote control car
yes,
guy?
and me and my son has raced RC cars for probably he's 20, so he's raced for about 15 years, and I've raced for about 30 years, different places, different states, different. We kind of got in that little hobby. It was the safest, and as far as racing aspect of it. And so, yeah, we've did it a long time.
Classic cars. Do you like classic cars too?
Love classic cars. Got a
Involved?
38 Plymouth coupe or sedan, and like I say, go around here to all the shows, and been big instrumental in clean, fun participating in these events.
12 years on the council. It seems like, in ways it seems longer, in ways it seems shorter. What led you to do that? What made you want to be step up and be a leader and help guide the city of Litchfield?
Well, I don't know. Some of you know I lived beside the Mayor Thomason for several years, and my mom and dad were real close with their family, and it interested me on him and the things he could change and make happen in this city, and he kind of guided me down that road, and the older I got, the more interested I got, and I was vested here in the city, or my family is, and we just want the best for what we have and to live in. So,
if you've been in this community your entire life, like you have, and with the exclusion of a couple of years, I have as well, it seems to be, I guess it would be easy to say, well, Litchfield's the same town that it was, 40 years ago, or it was in 1985, or what, and that nothing could be further from the truth. Over the last dozen years, you've had more of a direct influence on dictating the growth of the community. What are you proud of that the council's been able to do over the last dozen years?
Well, I think the city has changed a lot in my terms. Anyway, that I've been here, I've been fortunate to be a part of many things, good and bad, as far as the community is concerned. Big instrumental with New York Blower and Plasticon and even ECTC, and got some things rolling with the Aquatic Center. And like I said, nobody likes taxes, but I was one of the 3 or 4 that went for the restaurant tax to provide for the tourism, for mostly, like I said, set aside for the kids and the community, and to draw people in. So it was huge, and it was fun and very learning. You find out real quick what you can do and what you can't do. The cities, they're really governed with state and federal laws that people don't understand a lot of times. That why don't you just do this, or why don't you do that? And tax money dictates pretty much how you spend it, or what you can use it for and improve.
I think one of the things you touched on between restaurant tax and then job creation, one of the things that comes to mind for me is we're a really diverse community, not just as the city, but the county broadly. We have a tourism base, we have an agricultural base, we have an industrial base, we have a blending, we have a lot of roads coming together to create success. It sounds to me as if it would be a challenge trying to stay focused on all of those areas and being successful. Is it hard to orchestrate all those things together at the same time?
It's really hard now since you have the virus running rampant, and like I said, you're looking at losses across the board on every service that we have due to that. But we have a good crew, and like I said, got a new mayor. He comes in with new ideas, and change is hard for some people, and like I said, you just have to adapt and go with it and keep moving forward.
What are some of we talked about accomplishments, things that you're proud of. What are your biggest concerns with city government right now that definitely need attention?
Well, we're struggling with jobs. I mean, as far as workforce, I've always had a concern for workforce in our community. A lot of these industries have to go out of county to get it, and our base county, it's like 40 or 50% are on some kind of government assistance, so that kind of limits you on your hiring and people that want to work. So if we can get out here and get some work ethic people that want to come in here and just advance up through the companies, which everybody starts at the bottom most of the time, and this day and time, people are not acceptable to that, and a lot of people want to go straight to the top or straight to the middle. And so I think what we really need to work on around the city is raising our wealth. raising our median income, and whether that's through annexation or more industry, which industry is hard to come by. We've got some good people working on it. We've got some good leads coming down the road. Like I said, if we can get this virus set aside or contained, or I think you'll see several improvements with the city and maybe a couple new industries.
Funny, it seems like a lot of roads for a lot of communities lead to labor force. If you don't have the labor force there, then industry doesn't want to look at you, or you'll lose the industry that you do have. But one of the, if you can drive down Scottsville Road in Bowling Green, you can drive Dixie Highway, you can drive wherever it is, and you'll see signs hiring. And much of that is because we've lost a large percentage of a generation of worker to a drug pandemic. The scourge of drugs on our community has wiped out a large percentage of our workforce. So back to the all roads. Do you think that you have to take a blended approach to solving that problem? You can't just say we want high wages unless you've got the labor force to do it. Is it a multifaceted approach to fix this labor force problem, or is there a silver bullet?
There's no silver bullet. I mean, there is a multitask to getting people. It's just, Marcus, it's really getting people to get out and work, to get the ethic to work, and to strive to be better and to grow, and also fits in this community. I mean,
earlier this week, a lot of people, at least I don't know if many people have, but I know I have, in North Litchfield, have driven by a sign, big yellow sign that has your lovely picture on it, and it has a number on it, about $2.5 million. It's you and another current council person that are being singled out, or at least being mentioned on this sign. I would be remiss if I didn't give you an opportunity to acknowledge it, address it. What do you say to it?
It's kind of misleading. The 2.5, we'd set aside already in this budget $2 million plus to finish the Rite Aid building. We'd borrowed 4.3, and so we were going to be short. So out of general fund, we were setting aside $2 million plus to carry on and to finish out the building. So on that aspect of it, now the 480, I don't know where that number come from, unless he's the gentleman that's assumedly posting or making these signs, or if he's grouped a bunch of years together or whatever, which you all know that this is, I was off the council for 2 years in 17, 18. So like I said, and the building was even purchased, the Rite Aid building was even purchased when I wasn't on the council. So, but like I said, that money's was set aside anyway. And plus we have a downfall with capital with the virus in the industries, and occupational tax is low, the restaurant tax is low. And
so you had an opportunity. So you say he, or the person that you thought. Notice you didn't name him. Not asking you to name who it is.
Well,
do you know who it is?
I assume I know who it is. There's no disclaimer on the sign, and so the election finance people will address that today from Frankfurt, and evidently there has to be a disclaimer on there, whether you're for or against.
Okay.
And so, I mean, I've been told who it is. He's an insurance agent here in Litchfield that has some insurance with the city. And he made this proposal with the general liability and property insurance. And his proposal was subpar to say, my opinion. And that's exactly what happened, or how I voted the way I voted. It was a recommendation from an attorney, Dave Vickery, that works for the city, and the mayor, and Lori Woosley was a committee to go back and review it and come back with their proposal and recommendation, and I went with them.
All right. Thanks for the detail and the information. I know it can't be a fun thing to deal with here a few days before the election, but I guess that's politics and the way things go. So we're short on time, but take 30 seconds or so and tell voters why you deserve to retain a seat on the Litchfield City Council.
Listen, I'm Billy Dallas, and I'm driven. I'm driven to make this city the best that it can be, and all it can be, and through a little work. And like I said, we'll have some new ideas with new councilmen, because we know they're going to be new councilmen or women on the council come November. And I think we can keep prospering, and we have. If you look around, you can see some growth. People all the time come back in here from that live in other states and think that we're on the right path. And I truly believe that we can make it work. And like I said, if we can get a workforce and get our wealth up in the city a little bit, you'll start seeing different things and things that people want, like restaurants. But it's going to be a while. Like I said, this COVID-19 has put a hurt on everybody. I was in a Zoom meeting with KLC that all these big cities like Bowling Green, Owensboro, several places are they're projecting 20% loss, and so that's kind of like we started out with. So I think that you're right going with Billy Dallas, and he's experienced. He's got a strong voice and strong-willed. And obviously, if you watch some of the meetings that we have, that you can define that. And I would appreciate you vote come Tuesday, June the 23rd.
I forgot your number. I can't count
Number
as high
6.
as there. You're number 6.
Number 6.
And Billy Dallas also knows how to speak about himself in the third person, as you just exhibited. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Good luck coming up on Tuesday. That's Councilman Billy Dallas, number 6 on the ballot. We got to get to a break. We'll come back. Got plenty more on the way. Water cooler question coming up here on In the Know.
Your choice of lifestyle directly affects your health. And while there are many complex factors surrounding your lifestyle, sometimes the simple truth is that you just need to feel better. Well, rest assured, your feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. We take our time to get to know you and your lifestyle so we can provide sound advice on ways to improve your overall health. So whether your goal is to maintain a healthy lifestyle or overcome that untimely sickness, remember, your feel better starts here. At Midway Pharmacy.
You know what sounds fun? Holiday World sounds fun. We're talking the kind of fun that takes 128 acres to contain it. The kind of fun that leads to the sounds of silence on the car ride home. Because the kids will be sleeping. The kind of fun you need to start having today. But you can only get tickets online and only at holidayworld.com.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen!
That was fun.
My name is Jessica Embry, and I'm asking for your vote for Litchfield City Council. I have devoted over a decade of my life to serving the citizens of Litchfield, and I have always strived to make Litchfield a better place to live, work, and play. My educational background in healthcare administration, along with my experience in project development, networking, and management, will allow me to bring positive change to the city of Litchfield. I'm Jessica Embry, and I humbly ask for your vote for Litchfield City Council on June 23rd.
Core-Mark Kentucky Division is hiring second shift full case electors to work in their Litchfield warehouse. If you have a solid work history, can work 4 10-hour shifts, and would like an awesome benefit package with immediate paid holidays, sick time, and paid vacation during your first year, you can make up to $15 per hour in your first 90 days. If you are able to pass a physical, drug test, and background check, go to careers.coremark.com. Core-Mark is the power of one, strengthened by all. An equal opportunity employer. Careers.coremark.com.
At Litchfield Pediatrics, we don't just love our community, we love yours too. Now offering telehealth appointments for visits for mental health such as ADHD or depression, and for visits that do not require a physical exam such as rashes or pink eye. If parents have questions about what is eligible for telehealth, call Litchfield Pediatrics at 270-259-5641.
Take your remodeling project to the next level and transform an ordinary space into an extraordinary one with Masonite doors and atrium windows from Future Designs. With Masonite and Atrium, you get countless design options that give you unmatched flexibility, energy-efficient glass choices, hardware, and more. So don't just remodel, transform with Masonite doors and atrium windows built around you. Start your transformation at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather.
It has been a dry week for a lot of us, but today we at least have a rain chance. It's not a very high one, but it's something. We'll see a few downpours. Even thunderstorm could actually develop. Main area that we're focusing on is going to be along and east of I-65. Anything that does pop on the radar will fall apart shortly after sunset. High this afternoon, 87, about 68 to 69 degrees for tonight. The Wade 3D Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Brian Good.
The 105 Days of Summer is powered by Litchfield Exterminating, here on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Did you know pigs only sleep on their side?
So I'm a back sleeper, so I'm not a pig. That's good news today. I can eliminate that.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, huh.
I mean, they can't slide
So
down.
many questions
Yeah,
about that.
pigs
Take it on
can't
the
be a
belly.
belly sleeper.
Their
They
legs are
can't
just
go out
this
like
long.
that. Yes.
Well, especially mama pigs, right?
Yeah.
They have to be sow-like. They have
Can't
to be
sleep
on
on your back.
Have to be on the side. Here's today's water cooler question. Your chance to win. If you've not won in the last 30 days and you're 18 years of age or older, you qualify to win 2 tickets to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. Their first day reopening was yesterday. Make sure you check out holidayworld.com before you take off to Santa Claus to spend the day at Holiday World and Splash and Safari. That way you'll know all the latest you need to know. Here's the question. 45% of people say this is on their bucket list. 45% of people say this is on their bucket list. Call 270-259-6000, 270-259-6000. 270-259-6000. 45% of people say this is on their bucket list. The Bold and the Beautiful will use dolls to film love scenes during the pandemic. I told you yesterday The Bold and the Beautiful was the first to resume production of soap operas, and they are basically doing the old, I don't know if I can do this, Sam. Sorry to mess you up, Sam. Let me see if I can try this. So this old thing.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Where you shoot a person from the back,
Yeah.
and it looks like,
okay.
They're making out with somebody.
Yeah, so like you can see
Yeah.
you can see their hands,
Yeah.
like somebody's this is a camera trick that the soap operas are going to have to do to make it look like you have another person.
When you said dolls, I picture like what we would do with Ken and Barbie when we were
Well,
little.
I wondered that
I
too.
pictured something totally different.
Yeah,
I
we would,
wondered.
we'd make them
Scary
lay in the
dolls.
bed like the mom and dad when everybody went to bed at night.
Yep. It's interesting to see how they're I mean like
Well,
No,
now I may start watching soap operas again
actors
just to see.
actors don't want to
Can
be
I tell?
smooching on one another and get the Rona. I mean, goodness gracious.
So that the Rona stops you? This is where you draw the line?
I stop at Rona. Misty, pick a number between 1 and 6.
5.
Okay, 5 it is. Good morning, Beth. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. 45% of people say this is on their bucket list. What is it?
Going to Hawaii.
Going to Hawaii is a beautiful thought, not what we're looking for. Let's go to Deanna. Good morning, Deanna. 45% of people say this is on their bucket list. What is it?
Riding in a hot air balloon.
A hot air balloon ride is correctamundo.
Ooh, yes.
Congratulations, Deanna. Deanna, do you want to go on a hot air balloon ride?
My mother-in-law does, but I really don't have any plans to.
I don't either. Yeah.
Did you say you wanted your mother-in-law to, or your mother-in-law wants to?
My mother-in-law wants to.
Okay.
That is on her bucket
All right,
list.
very good. Hold on, Deanna. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
seems kind of dangerous to me.
Well, I'm terrified of heights.
Yeah, I
I
kind of
wouldn't do
like
well
to.
with it.
I like the out in New Mexico. They have that big hot air balloon festival, and to see the hot air balloons and the vistas. I like seeing it from the ground
Yep,
with the hot
me
air
too.
balloons. I don't really want to be in the balloon looking down.
Well, and for those of you all that watch 90 Day Fiance, I mean, you will see the hot air balloon mishap.
Oh,
So-
really? That
yeah.
happens. Okay, so
I mean, they didn't crash and burn, but
But
it
that's
was a
part of my
mishap.
concern. I don't want really my fate to come down to the strength of a Longaberger basket.
Right?
Did I say that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that
You
a
did.
thing?
Mhm.
I
It
didn't
is.
know.
Look
Is that
at you.
still a thing?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know if it's
So,
still a thing, but it's
you
still
had
out there.
skydiving?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, skydiving. What
Well,
did you have?
I had shark dive.
Shark dive. Yeah, that's good. Skydiving and shark diving.
Which is not on my list. I have no interest in doing.
It's not. No.
No.
Okay.
I live preventatively. Prevent death. That's how I approach every day.
You get to wear a helmet when you skydive.
Yes, I know, but I'm afraid it'll be so heavy it will pull my head to the ground first.
Oh, I see.
I just have so many weird fears.
Cinemark will reopen all U.S. movie theaters by July 17th.
Okay.
If you remember, if you saw the Mother's Day episode of SNL at Home, it was hosted by Kristen Wiig, and she kind of planted an Easter egg thanking her mom for Mother's Day and saying, thanks for making me a great mom someday. Well, come to find out, she and her fiance have welcomed twins via surrogate. So she knew she was going to be a mom, and she was planting that little seed there.
Nice.
So little mini Target ladies running around.
I love it.
It's so good, right?
Aisle 7.
Yes.
Katy.
Got to get ready for the big day.
Yeah, that's right. Katy Perry has several more weeks to go before giving birth, and she becomes a mom. But her new album is coming out on August 14th. That 70s show, Danny Masterson, arrested and charged with sexual assault. He got removed quickly from the ranch where he played Rooster and got replaced by that one guy that I don't really like.
Wow.
Dax Shepard. I liked Rooster better than I like that character.
Yeah, me too, but...
And the Jonas Brothers' Sucker has been named Song of the Year.
I like it.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, cute song.
Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Got plenty more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. And you're making the typical me.
Mom and Dad, are you looking for an easy way to guarantee that your teenager will rebel? Well, today I have just the thing for you. Hi, this is Jim Daly with Focus on the Family. Well, to help your teen turn against you, just do what Paul did. He and his daughter, Carrie, were having trouble seeing eye to eye on an issue. And at one point, Carrie got so frustrated she snapped at her dad with an attitude they both knew was inappropriate. Paul immediately stopped her and spent 10 minutes lecturing her about the tone she had taken with him. After he finished, Carrie walked to her room grumbling about how he didn't care about her at all, just the rules. Fortunately, Paul learned a better way. The next time his daughter displayed a poor attitude, he didn't confront her right away. Instead, he kept listening and connected with her over the feelings she had shared. Paul's daughter now says it was the turning point in their relationship. She felt loved, cared for, and listened to. And later, when Paul addressed the tone she had taken with him, she took her father's words to heart. Parents, take a page out of this dad's playbook. It's important that your child learn to treat you with respect. There's no doubt about that. But don't be so quick to react to the way your child communicates that you miss their heart. The more you truly listen, the less they'll have to fight to be heard. To learn how to connect with your child's heart, visit FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
Today, your McDonald's order could be more than an order. It could be the first meal you've enjoyed back inside your favorite Mickey D's. It could be a quick bite after getting a fresh cut from a real barber. Or it could be your way of getting back to feeling like yourself again. Whatever this order is, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Get a McChicken and small fries bundle for just $2. And enjoy any soft drink in our new large insulated cup for just $1 more. Prices and participation may vary. Dining rooms are starting to reopen in certain communities.
You know what sounds fun? Holiday World sounds fun. We're talking the kind of fun that takes 128 acres to contain it. The kind of fun that leads to the sounds of silence on the car ride home. Because the kids will be sleeping. The kind of fun you need to start having today. But you can only get tickets online and only at holidayworld.com.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen.
That was fun.
Down, set, 8, 1, 1, 8, 1, 1.
The best football teams always get the call right, and you need to make the right call before you excavate. If you don't and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate, and you could be fined up to $1,250. So make the right call. Put safety first. Call 811 before you dig. Touchdown! Oh my goodness! This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
Looking for fast, easy, and secure electronic banking? Community Trust Bank has a wide variety of banking services to meet your needs, including internet banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. We now have even more great services like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Make payments directly from your smartphone. And People Pay, a fast, easy, secure way to send and receive money from your smartphone. Visit us at ctbi.com or stop by one of our 79 branch offices.
Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You need Kool-Aid, baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to school, way down inside.
MB's point to ponder for today. Would you be a lot more motivated if the weight you lost landed on someone you didn't like?
Wow. Now listen.
That really.
Vengeance is not mine, thus
Nor mine. Yeah,
it's mine, thus saith the Lord, not mine.
But Misty, think about it. Instead of heaps of coal, it's heaps of cellulite.
I was getting ready to say, but I do cling to the other verse that says, "Be kind, for it heaps coals on their head." And I do tell people
I want
a
to be
lot,
nice.
Pray with me for my enemies. We're heaping coals. We're heaping coals. Now, heaping cellulite,
Gonna hit that cross trainer a little harder.
that gives a whole new meaning to hell damage.
It really does.
I'm praying some hell damage. Just on your thighs a little bit.
Just looking for ways to get motivated.
That
And
is
it seems like it would be a
terrible. Just
little
on
bit
your
easier.
thighs,
Yeah.
It would work. It would, without a doubt, work. Kraft is releasing a line of face masks
Kraft cheese.
that include mac and cheese, Kool-Aid, Jell-O, and more. So
we get to eat at the same time?
there's a mac and cheese that I don't know if it's scratch and sniff.
That would be more
But
fun.
it's this Kraft one that we're looking at
Yeah.
is a fork with a it's not a spoonful, a forkful of mac and cheese. So it looks as if you have a perpetual fork full of mac and cheese
Kind of gross. Kind of looks like your mouth's open.
on your face. The Kool-Aid one is kind of cool because it's the
Kool-Aid man. That's fun.
And Facebook will now let users opt out of political ads.
Oh, hallelujah.
All right, so good idea. It's a good start. Now, how do I opt out of the political rhetoric nonsense that some of the... Oh, I know. Unfollow.
Unfollow.
We already figured that
We
out.
have that. Listen, when people say they hate Facebook, I'm like, you have not learned the art of curating your page with the unfollow button.
I agree.
My Facebook is great. I have fixed it to where I only receive information from people who are trustworthy to be on the wall, to enlighten my day, to share pictures of their babies, to
Amen.
to share scripture, to prayer requests.
I even like what you're eating. Like,
sure, show me your
share
food.
the recipe. Yeah.
Show me what I want to be eating.
So, qualified wall squatting is what you're saying.
Well, they're not on my wall, but they're on my
Vetted. Well, they end up
they're
on
the
your
social wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They
On
have been
TV
vetted.
tonight, ABC has another episode of Holy Moly.
Is there really a mole involved?
It's a miniature golf contest, I think.
Because that would have been more fun.
Celebrity Watch Party is on Fox, and on HBO, something called Bully, Coward, Victim, the story of Roy Cohn. Filmmaker examines the fascinating and controversial life of the high-profile lawyer. If it's not Eric C. Cohn, I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, write it with a KFC bucket.
Show me the Eric C. Cohn
Or was it a Pizza Hut they found him
documentary.
at?
It's Pizza
in
Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Which KFC?
Yum Brands. So you were within the vicinity.
I had the same peeps.
You were within the margin of error.
Yep.
Today's highlight in history. This date in 1983, astronaut Sally K. Ride became America's first woman in space as she and 4 colleagues blasted off aboard the Space Shuttle Challenger on a 6-day mission. And Billy Joel even put her in the lyrics of his song, We Didn't Start the Fire. In 1812, the War of 1812 began. You know why they named it the War of 1812?
I'll get back to
In 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte met defeat at Waterloo. In 1945, Dwight D. Eisenhower received a tumultuous welcome in Washington, D.C. In 1971, Southwest Airlines began operations with flights between Dallas and San Antonio and Dallas and Houston. And President Trump announced 2 years ago today that he was directing the Pentagon to create the Space Force.
Have we got anybody to Mars yet? Please report in.
No, but we're thinking about it. We're making preparations.
I'd like to meet these people that want to go.
Lou Brock is 81 today. Sir Paul McCartney is 78, one of the few musicians who have been knighted.
Mm-hmm. True.
You got Sir Paul. You got McCartney. Sir Paul McCartney. You got Sir Elton John.
Mm-hmm.
And then don't forget Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, that's right.
Isabella Rossellini is 68 today. Nathan Morris is 49 today. Not Kentucky Nathan Morris. Boys to Men Nathan Morris. Ray LaMontagne is 47 today, and Blake Shelton is 44. Gone but not forgotten, Roger Ebert, born this date in 1942. Sir Mix-a-Lot got knighted, right? Isn't that how he got Sir?
That's what Baby said.
Mm-hmm. Ask Jane Fonda.
Mm-hmm. Took her Honda over.
Chart toppers. This date, 1950. The Gordon Jenkins Orchestra, with a vocal by Mary Lou Williams. Let's all wrinkle our noses. Does this sound like Bewitched?
No,
Not to me.
kind of sounds like the beginning of.
Sounds like
a lot of really
elevator
old
music
movies.
or something.
It sounds like a bad piano concert.
Oh, yeah.
Where somebody couldn't keep up with the rhythm of the orchestra. Like they're doing their own thing.
It sounds like my first, second, and third piano recitals.
Yeah, yeah. The fourth one is the one you got to get together.
No, I gave it up before the fourth one.
Which is why we said he got it together.
That's right.
Well, she comes from Tallahassee.
1959.
She got a high-fly chassis.
Freddie Cannon.
Maybe looks a little sassy. But to me, she's real classy. Yeah, my Tallahassee.
By the way, Don Brown sings backup on this. This is his sneeze.
Yeah, it is.
Yay! I was struggling. I was distracted by the postal service.
Packages
our
being
dear
delivered,
postal service.
right?
Well,
yeah,
I was
I was
afraid that
just
she was going to
making-
clank
yeah.
into the front door.
Oh.
I was trying to make sure that the door was unlocked.
For two reasons. One, I'm concerned with her well-being. But I don't also want the good crystal broken.
Yeah. Jeanette's finally here.
1968. Tommy James and the Shondells. Moni Moni. It was interesting yesterday that I learned on KSR that Kiss performed in Owensboro in the 70s and actually set the roof of the sports center on fire.
I love it. That's all.
I mean, unless you're the owner of the building, you'd love it.
Well, yeah. Well, I've seen Kiss in concert, and
Yeah.
fantastic.
Well, I was thinking, is that where we got? Was the sports center where the roof?
Right.
The roof. Is that where that phrase was coined?
Right.
1977. Conti. Still on my bucket list to run the steps of Philadelphia. Do the Rocky pose.
I just want to have the ability to run the steps of the Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'll watch you from the bottom.
I have the ability.
I don't. I
Just
would
don't
an
have the
asthma
stamina.
attack.
You can stop.
I'll take photos.
Stop every 10 seconds and scroll Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll
Do
let you
ten-
borrow
It took
mine,
me all day,
Taylor.
but I got there.
Do 10 steps, take a 10-minute
That's what I'm
break.
saying. I just want the lung capacity and the ability to go from bottom to top, one foul swoop like Rocky did.
I would do more like the Tim Conway when on Carol Burnett when you do Mrs. O'Higgins.
Yeah.
Right, when he would take those little baby steps. That's how I would
And
do the
one.
steps. I'm going to need a remix of Bill Conti, though. I'm going to need a 28-minute version for that. 1986, new shoes. I can't wait. I skipped over the 90s yesterday, and there was an objection filed.
Really? It wasn't by me.
It wasn't by you?
No.
Oh, you said you skipped right over the 90s.
Well, but then you came back and told me why.
Once you found
and
out
I
why.
digressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to skip over 1995 Boys to Men.
This is worth just staying here.
Water runs dry. Well, I mean, Nathan Morris, birthday boy, 49 today. Got to feature Boys to Men where you can. Hoobastank, The Reason in 2004. Daft Punk, Pharrell Williams, Get Lucky this date in 2013. They're your chart toppers for today. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Speed is only useful if you're running in the right direction, like up the steps in Philadelphia. Speed is only useful if you're running in the right direction. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Misty Thomas, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA. 104.9 FM, the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105, your